And hello everyone, welcome back to the Science Studio. Let's get started with this project. It's a crochet kit Flamingo. Her name is Fiona and I am already working on it, and I hope I can make this easy for you because definitely this is a skill level intermediate crochet kit.
Uri designs, unique expressions.
This one, it's going to be so much fun. Crochet kits are so awesome because they're not that pricey at all, and they bring everything you need. It brings instructions in English and in French. It brings a crochet hook. I recommend you don't substitute this one with any other. Use the one that the crochet kit brings. Brings the yarn needle and the safety eyes, and it brings enough polyfiber for the project. The yarn that it brings, it's enough for the project. I recommend that you don't leave it in here like this. What I do before I start, it's making little balls of yarn so it'll be easier for me to crochet from. I know it can be a pain and it's very tedious, but I really recommend you do this before you start the project. Okay, so now I'm ready to start the project. All the yarns are ready. Let's get started. If you don't feel comfortable making all these stitches, you feel like you are an intermediate level but a little bit rough on the edges, I recommend you practice all these stitches with another yarn. Don't use the yarn that the kit brings. Okay, so practice before you start the project. You need to be comfortable making the different stitches. I'm going to guide you with the hardest part of the body and the head. For the beak, it's very simple. If you can make the body, the beak is very, very simple, same as the legs. I'm going to show you how to make the flowers and the wings. Okay, I always like to put my yarn in this dispenser. It rolls easily. I like it so much. So what I'm going to be doing now is letting you know that you have two options to start the project. You can either make a magic ring, or you can chain 2 and then make 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Let me share with you how to make it both ways. Let's do the chains before the magic ring. To make a chain, we're going to make a slip knot, grabbing the yarn this way, like in an X, around my finger, like this. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna put the hook here underneath this one and on top of the other one, just like that. Pull the yarn through and then let go of the finger and pull both yarn, the tail and the working yarn, to make a slip knot, and chain 2. 1 and 2. Now it says to make 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook, not counting this. 1 and 2. We're gonna put our hook here in the second chain, grabbing 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through. Now you have 2 loops in the hook, yarn over and pull it through both loops. That's the first single crochet. We're gonna make 5 more because it's 6 in the same space. So right here, yarn over, pull it through. That's 2. I'm gonna make 3, 4, 5, and the last one. And if you can see, I'm also crocheting, grabbing the tail. It's underneath, so it's kind of hidden in there. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now it says to join. What they mean by join is making a slip stitch, okay, in the first single crochet we made to join the circle. So we're gonna grab here, the stitch is right here. I'm going to just grab the yarn and pull it through both That's a slip stitch, okay? And that is how to start with chain 2, 6 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. For the magic ring, what I'm going to do is grab the yarn like this in my hand, like an X again, and then putting the crochet hook under this one and on top of the other one and pull it through. Now, instead of pulling all the way and grabbing both yarn, I'm going to just leave it loose like that to form a ring. And to secure the ring, I'm going to make a chain, and then I'm going to make 6 single crochet inside the ring. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Now I close the ring by pulling the tail, just like that. Okay? And it's going to be the same. We're going to join with the slip stitch on the first single crochet we made right here. If you're not sure where to put your hook to join, count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's right here. So we're going to grab both loops on the top, the V's right here, yarn over, pull it through all the way to make a slip stitch. Okay? Now what I like about the magic ring is that you can still see it right here, the hole, but you see it less than when you make it with the 2 chains. Okay? And besides, that's not all. You can close it more if you pull the tail tighter. You see how neat it is? So that is round 1. We are going to use our stitch marker for each round. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can always use a piece of yarn just like this. You put it through the first stitch, you grab it this way, pull it through, so that's going to be your mark. Round 2 says chain 1, 2 single crochet in each stitch around, and then join. So we're gonna chain 1. It says to make 2 single crochet in the same stitch twice. So you're gonna put your hook here in the same stitch, you join, make 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. That's the first increase. You're gonna keep doing increases. Increases meaning 2 stitches in each stitch. Okay? So continue making increases. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's it. Don't put your hook here in this space. This is the slip stitch. Okay, so don't do that. Don't put it here. Don't put it here on the chain. You're gonna have to put it here on top. That's why it's important for you, especially if you are a beginner, to put a stitch marker always on the beginning of the round. Okay, so we're gonna put our joining slip stitch here and the first single crochet that we made for round 2. Okay, so I'm going to just grab here the stitch and make a slip stitch to join. Okay, now for round 3 it says to chain 1, single crochet in the next stitch, 2 in the next stitch, and increase 6 times, total of 18 stitches. So it says to make a single crochet in the next stitch. That's the first stitch for round 3. We're going to add a stitch marker. Again, if you don't have a stitch marker, you can use a piece of yarn. That was the first single crochet for for round 3. So we're gonna make an increase now. 1 and 2. Okay, that's the first repetition for this round. Now we're gonna make another one. 1 single crochet and an increase. That's the second repetition. And 1 single crochet and an increase. That's repetition number 6. And to make sure, always count your stitches. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So now what I'm going to do, because I already have enough space back here, I'm going to weave in these tails so it's not in the way. And also keep in mind that when you make this magic circle, it will open a little bit after, because I don't know, it just does, it opens. So it's nice to keep closing it and secure it with the same yarn here with the tail. And so the purpose of doing this is not really hiding the tail too much, because the yarn's gonna be inside. You're not gonna see it. It's more about closing the magic ring. So what I do is I do like a little loop here, kind of like a knot, and then I weave it in again. I do a couple of stitches back here, weaving in the tail. That way I'm closing, oops, I'm not grabbing anything else, but closing the magic circle, okay, or magic ring. I call it both ways, magic circle, magic ring. Okay, so you see now that tail is not bothering me anymore. I'm gonna remove my stitch marker. Before we continue with round 4, we need to join round 3. And we're going to join it right here on the top. We just remove the stitch marker, but if you get confused with this, don't. This is the chain, this is not the stitch. And if you, again, not sure, count backwards, okay? And you put your hook in this one, the first one, because if you count backward, it's gonna be 18 stitches here. Okay, so you join to finish round 3 with 18 stitches. We're gonna join here. We're gonna chain 1. We're gonna make a single crochet here in the same stitch we joined to start round 4. And in round 4 it says to make a chain, which we already did. Single crochet in the next 2 stitches and an increase 5 times. It should be 20. Okay, so we already did 1 single crochet here for round 4. 2, and then an increase. 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And we're gonna repeat this, 2 single crochet and an increase, 5 times, and I should have 20 at the end of here, so I meet you at the end of round 4 with 20 stitches. We're going to join, removing the stitch marker, join here on the top, here, the first single crochet we made for round 4. I'm going to make a slip stitch, gonna chain 1, and we're gonna make a single crochet in the same stitch that we joined. It says to make single crochet in the next 3 stitches, then an increase 6 times, and then join 30 stitches for round 5. So we're going to make 3 stitches, 3 single crochet, 1 right here, the first where we join. That's our first single crochet for round 5. We're gonna make another one here in the next 2, and another one here, 3, and an increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch. Continue working on round 5, making that same 3 single crochet and then an increase. You should have 30 stitches for round 5, and for round 6 you're gonna do the same, but instead of 3 stitches and then an increase, for round 6 you're gonna do 4 stitches and then an increase 6 times and then join. Should be 36 stitches for round 6. So let me meet you at the end of round 6. Okay, so now I'm at the end of round 6. I end up with 36 stitches. Now for round 7 to 9, you're gonna make single crochet in each stitch around, and you should have 36 stitches for each round. So do that. Always start chain 1 and always end joining with a slip stitch. So do those 3 rounds and I meet you at the end of round 9. I'm at the end of round 9. I already made my last single crochet here. If you lost count on which round you're at, it's a good idea to learn how to count your round. This is, if you can see, where you join all the rounds. So this is round 1 right here. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is 9. Okay, so we're going to make round 10 and then place the markers for both eyes. The way to place the markers, you can either use stitch markers or a piece of yarn. So I'm going to share with you how to place the markers for the eyes as well in round 10. We're gonna chain 1. We're gonna make a single crochet right here in the same stitch we joined. That was the first stitch. We're gonna put our stitch marker here on the first stitch for round 10. Gonna make 6 single crochet. We made 1 already. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now it says here to place a marker. Now, we are not going to put our stitch marker here on the top because it's going to be in the way when we are crocheting our next round. So what I recommend is you use these stitches here to mark it, okay? Let me use another color so we don't get confused. We're gonna attach this stitch marker on the side of the stitch, and it says to make 11 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're gonna place the marker right here. You know what? I'm gonna make another one because it says I don't want to put the stitch marker and then it's in the way. After the 11 stitches, it says to make a single crochet in the next 19 stitches and join. So we're gonna make 1 here and go back to this one. Not this one, but this one. To put the stitch marker here. I didn't want to be crocheting with the stitch marker in the way. Okay, so let's do now 19 stitches. That's the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, and 19. We completed round 10. Right here is the end, so we're going to join with a slip stitch. Okay. So for round 11 and 12, it's chain 1 single crochet in each stitch around and then join, and both of them should be 36 stitches. So do those 2 rounds and I'll meet you at the end of round 12. I'm at the end of round 12, and for round 13 we're going to start decreasing. So let me share with you how to make those decreases. Nothing hard at all. We're going to join round 12 right here on the top with a slip stitch. We're going to chain 1, and it says for round 13 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then single crochet 2 together. That's a decrease 6 times, and then join. It should be 30 stitches. Okay, so we're gonna make that 4 single crochet and then a decrease, and whatever's in the bracket we're repeating 6 times. So we're going to make 1 single crochet here. That's the beginning of round 13. Yeah, 13. Okay, so that was the first single crochet. We need to make 3 more. There's 4 single crochet and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now a decrease. The decrease consists of grabbing 2 stitches at the same time to create 1. So you're reducing from 2 stitches to 1. We're gonna put our hook here in the next stitch. We're gonna yarn over, pull it through. We're gonna have 2 loops in the hook. We're not going to finish the stitch. We're going to put our hook in the next stitch here. Yarn over, pull it through. We're gonna have 3 loops in the hook. We're gonna yarn over and pull it through all 3 loops. That's a decrease. So that's what you actually did. You grabbed 2, you made it into 1. We're going to start decreasing to close the head shape and make kind of like the neck. So we're gonna make the same repetition 5 more times. This was the first repetition. We're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4, and now the decrease. Okay, 1. Oops. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. That's the 6th repetition, and we completed round 11. And as you can see, the circle is closing. We completed round 13 with 30 stitches. Okay, so we're going to join round 13 right here on the top. Okay, always make sure that you grab this one, because once you take the stitch marker out, you might get confused, and it's not here. No, this is the chain, this is the stitch. Okay, so you yarn over, pull it through completely to make this stitch. For round 14, it says to make chain 1, single crochet in the next 3 stitches and a decrease 6 times. So we're gonna make chain 1, a single crochet in the same stitch we joined. This is our first single crochet for round 14. We're gonna put our stitch marker here at the beginning of round 14, and we're gonna make 3 single crochet and a decrease. That was the first, 2, 3, and a decrease. That's the first repetition. 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. Oops. Always pulling the yarn so you can have more availability to the yarn. Like when you feel that it's too tight, you just need to loosen it up and give yourself more room to be able to crochet freely. 1, 2, 3, and I should have 2 stitches here, 1 and 2, to make the decrease. Right here. and that's the end of round 14. We should have a total of 24 stitches. Make sure you count them. We're going to join to finish round 14. Right here on the top, we join with a slip stitch, chain 1. We're gonna make a single crochet right here in the first stitch we join, and that's our first single crochet for round 15. For round 15, it's going to be similar, but instead of making 3 single crochet and a decrease, we're gonna make 2 single crochet and a decrease 6 times. The second single crochet and then a decrease. Okay, so decrease. So you just make 1, 2 single crochet and a decrease. That's our first repetition. 1, 2, and a decrease. Let me grab this right. The decrease. Grabbing all the yarns. 1, 2, and the last repetition. Oops. If you get mistaken, you mixed up how many repetitions. As long as you have the same amount of stitches you need to have, you're fine. It says to punch eyes at markers between round 10 and 11, where that's where we put our stitch markers. So we're gonna punch the eyes already, because if you can see, you don't have that much. I probably would have done it before. So as soon as you, I think as soon as you have room to put the eyes here, as soon as you mark it, I think it will be better to put it. So let's put the eyes already. Continue following the instructions. As you can see, you're making decreases from now on until round 19. And make sure you pause after round 15 to punch the eyes at the markers between round 10 and 11. I recommend you put polyfiber after round 17 before it is too hard for you to access the head. Continue working on those rounds and I'll meet you at the end of round 20 to show you how to work on the back loops with half double crochet. Okay, for round 21, it's a little complicated and I wanted to make it easier for you. I already joined round 20. I end up with 15 stitches. Very important that you count your stitches. I already counted mine. It's 15 stitches. So for round 21, it says to chain 1, and we're going to be working only in the back loops. So what that means is that instead of grabbing both loops, you see how we always grab both loops? We are going to only grab the back loop, okay? So that's what we're gonna do, and it says to make a chain like always. We start with a chain already joined, so chain 1, half double crochet, increase. So we're gonna yarn over, put the hook here, the same stitch we joined, grabbing only the back loop. We're gonna pull the yarn through. Now we're gonna have 3 loops in the hook. We're gonna yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet. It says to make an increase, so we're gonna make 2 in the same. Half double crochet, again in the same. Okay? And then it says to make 6 double crochet. And then an increase of a half double crochet. So let's see. Right here on back loop only, double crochet in the next 6 stitches, and then half double crochet increase, and whatever's in the bracket we repeat how many times it says, so it's going to be 2 times. Okay, and it should be 18 stitches at the end. So let's do this together again. Yarn over, we're going to put our hook here in the back loop only, pull the yarn through. Now we have 3 loops in the hook. We're going to yarn over, pull the hook right here through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the last 2 loops. That's a double crochet. It's asking to make 6 double crochet. So that's the first one. 2. That's 3. 4. 5. And 6. And now it says to make a half double crochet increase in the next. Yarn over, you're gonna grab only the back loop, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops. That's the first half double crochet in this stitch. We're gonna make another one to make an increase in the same space. Okay, so that's our first repetition, but it says to make it 2 times, so we're gonna do another one, 6 double crochet, this part only, whatever's in the bracket. Okay, 6 double crochet and then the increase. So let's do 1 double crochet, grabbing only the back loop. That's the first double crochet, yarn over, put the hook here, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here. And in the last stitch here, we're gonna make a half double crochet increase, 2 half double crochet in the same stitch. That's 1 and 2. We should end with 18 stitches. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. So 18 stitches, and this is how it's starting to look. Not like a flamingo, it looks more like an alien to me. We're going to join with a slip stitch again here on the top, right here. Not here, but here. For round 22, you're gonna work in both loops. Now it says to make a half double crochet, increase 2 times. You're gonna chain 1, you're gonna half double crochet in the same stitch we joined. You're gonna make a half double crochet and another one in the same. Okay, so that is 2 half double crochet at the beginning of round 22. We're going to mark here our first stitch for round 22. Okay, so that was our first, but it says to make it 2 times, so we're gonna make another increase in the next stitch here. We're gonna yarn over, we're gonna put our hook here, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet, right? So we're gonna make another one in the same space to make an increase. Okay, so we did that part already for the first part of round 22. Now it says to make 14 double crochet. So again, we're gonna yarn over, put our hook here in the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the 2 last loops. That's a double crochet. It says to make 14. That was our first one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, so now it says to make half double crochet increase 2 times. We did this part. We're going to do this last part, and we are good because we have 2 stitches left here. Okay, yarn over, pull your hook here in the next stitch, yarn over, pull it through, 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops. Okay, that's a half double crochet. We're gonna make another one in the same stitch to make an increase, 2 in the same, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops, and now we're gonna make another half double crochet, increase, 2 half double crochet in the same. Okay, we did this part already. Okay, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 21, and 22. And that's how it's starting to look. Okay, so let's join this round with a slip stitch. Round 23, again I wrote it here better, and it says to work on back loops only, and it's only single crochet. It's a little confusing though, because what it's saying here is chain 1, single crochet, increase 2 times. That's fine. We're gonna repeat increases 2 times, then single crochet in the next 8 stitches. This part here says that increase in the next 2 stitches instead of saying the same here, to repeat it 2 times. So I would have rather do that, but it's fine. We're going to do it together, so I explained to you. And remember that everything that's in the bracket you repeat how many times it says here, so we're gonna do it 2 times. So we're gonna do this, then increase in the next 2 stitches. So basically you're gonna do the same that is say here, single crochet, increase 2 times. So let's do round 24 together in the back loops only. We already joined. We're gonna chain 1, and we're gonna make a single crochet, increase 2 times. Okay, so we're gonna grab only the back loop here. We're gonna make an increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch. We're gonna mark here with our stitch marker the first stitch for round 23, and it says to make 2 single crochet increases. So we're gonna do the same in the next stitch, grabbing only the back loop, single crochet, and another single crochet. Now it says to make 8 single crochet in the next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so we did this part already 2 times, 8 single crochet. This part here is what you need to repeat 2 times again. So single crochet, and now increases in the next 2 stitches. So grabbing only the back loop, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet in the same. That's the first increase. We're gonna do another increase here in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the same stitch, and 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And that's our first part. Now we're gonna do it again 8 single crochet and then repeat the increases. So let's do 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now on the last 2 stitches, we're gonna make increases because it says to make increases in the next 2 stitches. So we're gonna do grabbing only the back loop, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and then in the next and last stitch for this round, we're gonna make another increase, 1 single crochet and another single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so that should make 28 stitches. Let's remove the stitch marker to join the previous round to start round 24. When joining the round, make sure you grab the first stitch that you made. In this case, is the first single crochet. Don't grab the slip stitch. Right here, grab the single crochet on top and make a slip stitch to join this round. Now for round 24, back loops only again. Let's do that and write it down in a piece of paper better. Okay, so for round 24, it's going to be 34 stitches, back loops only. Now to start round 24, make a chain. We're going to make a half double crochet increase 2 times. Yarn over, put your hook in the same stitch that you joined. But in this case, we're going to grab only the back loop. Finish your half double crochet and then another one in the same space to make an increase. That's our first half double crochet increase. They want you to make 2. So in the next space here, you're gonna grab only the back loop and make another increase right here. Don't grab both. Grab only the back loop. Yarn over, pull your hook here in the back loop, pull the yarn through, and then complete the half double crochet. You're gonna make 2 in the same space, and that concludes the first part of round 24. I'm going to come here and mark it as done. Now it says to make 11 half double crochet in the next stitches, and then half double crochet increase 2 times, and it says to repeat this 2 times. So that's what we're gonna do for this round. Now we're going to continue making 11 half double crochet in the next stitches, and remember, just grab the back loop. Now we're gonna make half double crochet increase 2 times in the next 2 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and mark it as done for the first time, and then I'm going to make the second repetition, which is 11 half double crochet and then half double crochet increase 2 times, always grabbing only the back loop. Make now here in the last 2 stitches 2 increases. And that completed round 24. We're now going to join and start round 25. We're gonna make a chain to start round 25. For round 25, you're gonna make a half double crochet increase right here. Again, grabbing only the back loop. So you're gonna make 2 half double crochet in the same stitch 2 times. That was our first half double crochet. We're gonna make another one in the same space to make an increase. And in the next stitch, we're gonna make another increase right here. 2 half double crochet in the same space. Okay, so that was the first part of round 25. I'm gonna cross it out as being done. Now I'm going to make 14 half double crochet in the next 14 stitches, and then half double crochet increases 2 times, and I'm going to repeat this part 2 times. So let's continue making 14 half double crochet. That was 14. Now I'm going to make half double crochet increase in the next 2 stitches. For the rest, I'm going to make a repetition of the 14 half double crochet, and at the end, half double crochet increases 2 times. Now I'll meet you at the end of round 25. I'm here at the end of round 25. I end up with 40 stitches for round 25. I'm going to join here on the top of the half double crochet with a slip stitch. We're going to chain 1 to start round 26. For round 26, it says to make 19 single crochet, again in the back loop only. So we're going to put here a single crochet in the same stitch we joined, grabbing only the back loop, grabbing only the back loop. Two decreases. The first one here, we're gonna grab only the back loop, pull the yarn through. Now we have 2 loops in the hook. Gonna insert the hook in the next stitch, pull the yarn through. We have 3 loops in the hook, yarn over, pull it through all 3 loops. That's the first decrease. And now we're gonna make another decrease. Perfect. Now it says to make 17 single crochet in the next stitches. So we're gonna continue making 17 single crochet until the end of round 26. And I'll meet you at the end of round 26. I'm here at the end of round 26 with my last single crochet. I'm going to join here at the end. I'm gonna grab the first stitch of round 26 to join the round with a slip stitch. But now we're gonna do round 27. 27 is gonna be 36 stitches, 18 single crochet, then decrease 2 times, and then 16 single crochet. We're gonna chain 1, 18 single crochet, back loops only. We're gonna continue making back loops only, and we're gonna grab the stitch where we join right here. Up here. 2, 3, 4, 18. Did this. Now we're gonna make the decrease, and it says to do it 2 times. Grabbing the back loop, pulling the yarn through, grabbing the next stitch here, pulling the yarn through, and now completing the decrease. It says to make 2 decreases, so only grabbing the back loop. Okay, so that is the decrease 2 times. Now it says to make 16 single crochet. Sometimes it's a good idea to count before you start, especially with this kind of yarn, because once you do your stitches, it's very hard to undo them. The yarn is a little bit too hairy and it gets stuck. So if you want to make sure that you did the right count stitches halfway through. When it's a big round of stitches, count them before and then you do it. And I already did, and it's 16 spaces here until the end. So I'm going to just make my 16 single crochet. That was 1, 2. So I'm going to continue and I'll meet you at the end of round 27. I'm here at the end of round 27 with my last single crochet. I made 16 single crochet after the decreases. I'm going to mark it as done, and I should have 36 stitches. Always count your stitches before you start a new round. You don't want to catch a mistake and not knowing where you made the mistake. You rather undo one round than a few. So I'm going to join here with a slip stitch. Okay, for round 28 it says we are going to have 30 stitches, and then we're going to make back loop only, so decreases first and then 6 single crochet 2 times. So let's do that. Let's do the first decrease. I'm going to just grab here the first stitch, and then 6 single crochet, and it says to do it on the back loop only. Okay, again, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we did that. The first part, we need to do that 2 times. So we're gonna make a decrease, and then we're gonna make 6 single crochet. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wrapping all of the strength 6. That is the first part of round 28. Now it says to make a decrease 2 times. So we're gonna make a decrease. That's 1. And then another one. Okay, so we did that part. And then it says to make single crochet, 6 single crochet, and then a decrease, and we're gonna make that 2 times. So let's do the first repetition. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now a decrease. Okay. Now it says to make that again, right? 2 times. So we made the first part, we need to make the second part, which is the second repetition. 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I should end up with 30 stitches. We're going to join this round, this one right here. You're gonna grab both loops and you're gonna just slip stitch. For round 29, I noticed there's a mistake. Sorry, I already crossed it out, but it says to make a single crochet in the next 3 stitches and a decrease. I am going to make it 6 and a decrease, because if I make those counts, let's do this together. Okay, so it says work in both loops, and it says to chain 1 like we always do at the beginning of the round. It says single crochet in the next 3 stitches, so it's going to be 3 stitches. Let's put 3. Then it says a decrease. Decrease means that you're gonna make 2 stitches into 1, so we're gonna count the decrease always as 1. And it says to repeat what is in the bracket 2 times. So we're gonna do it again, 3 and 1. And then it says single crochet in the next 3 stitches. That's what it said. I crossed it out. So it's gonna be 3 stitches. And then it says to decrease 2 times. But what's in the brackets is the decrease. It's not the whole thing. So we're gonna just pretend this is just 2 stitches, right? Because the decrease is 1, but it says to do 2. So I'm gonna put 2. And then it says single crochet in the next 3 stitches and join. So it's going to just be 3 stitches. So if we add all these together, let's do this. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. And then plus 3, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 16 stitches. For round 29, they want you to make 24 stitches. So that's impossible. So what I did is that I altered the numbers according to more or less thinking, okay, what's gonna make sense? I needed to add more stitches. So that's what I did. If any one of you find a solution to this problem that is more practical, let me know. Okay, so now we already made the first chain, and now we're going to make 6 single crochet in the next stitches. So in the same stitch we join, we're gonna make the first single crochet. We're going to put our stitch marker right here. That was the first single crochet. We need to make 6. So grabbing both loops, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now it says to make a decrease and then again to repeat the same thing again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a decrease. So now we're gonna make 4 single crochet and a decrease 2 times, and then 4 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease 2 times. That was 1. That was 2. 4 single crochet and then 2 decreases, total of 24 stitches. Complete round 29 with 2 decreases at the end. 24 stitches all together. We're going to join here on the top with a slip stitch to start round 30. We're gonna make a chain, and then on the same stitch we join, we're gonna make a single crochet to start. After round 30, add the polyfiber and continue working on round 31 and 32, and I meet you at the end of round 31. For round 32, decreases 6 times and then 1 single crochet, total of 7 stitches. And this is where they say to, if you want to put a little bit more of the polyfiber, you can do. They mention to do that at the end of the round, but I rather do it before I finish round 32. And I think I need to add a little bit more before I do the last round and close. Grabbing both loops, let's make the decrease. The first decrease, 1 decrease. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, that's 5, one more, 6, and then the last, just a single crochet. You should end up with 7 stitches for round 32. Grabbing like that. I keep seeing openings that I don't like, so I'm gonna try to fix that. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to cut the yarn to be able to close the opening better. So now we're gonna close this by just going here in and out of the stitches and pulling the yarn tight to close. Okay, so let me share with you what I meant by trying to close these gaps. I see a few that are way too big. So I'm going to come here with the same color yarn, of course, leave a tail at the bottom so I can come back and make a knot and disappear. So I'm going to just grab another stitch here and try to go to the next one here, like, and then come back and close it like that. You see, like, it's better, and I try to make it as even as possible, like same size of stitches, so it doesn't show too much, just because I don't want the polyfiber to show.
I already made the legs. They're very simple to make, very similar to how you started the head, but of course smaller.
I recommend that you use a stitch marker every time you finish a round. You can keep the stitch count and not have any problems. Let's continue with the flowers. I made 2 already off camera. I'm gonna make the 3rd one with you. Let's make the flower. I'm gonna grab the yarn this way in an X. I'm gonna put my hook here underneath this one on top of the other one and pull the yarn through. That is the magic ring. I am going to close the ring, but not completely, because we're going to put all the single crochet inside the ring. We're going to secure the ring with a chain, and we're gonna make in the ring 5 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna close the ring by pulling the tail all the way and join with the first single crochet we made. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right here. We are going to join with a slip stitch, but this is where we're going to change color, because we are going to make the center of the flower white and the petals yellow. So don't finish the slip stitch with the white. What you're gonna do, you're gonna grab the new yarn, which is the yellow, and you're going to pull it through to finish like this. Better pull it through to finish the slip stitch. Okay, so now that you finished adding the yellow yarn, you're gonna cut the white yarn because you're not going to use it anymore. And now it's going to be 2 chains with the yellow. 1, 2. It says to make 4 double crochet in the next stitch. So you're gonna yarn over and put your hook here in the next stitch, I like to grab the tail as I'm crocheting so you can secure it. So I'm going to do that for these two. Grab the yarn through. Now you have 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over, pull it through the second 2 loops. That's the first double crochet. We're gonna make 4. Okay, let's do 3 and 4. Now after making the 4 double crochet, you're gonna make 2 chains. You're gonna put here the hook in the same space. You're gonna make a slip stitch. Okay, so basically what you just did is 2 chains, 4 double crochet in the same stitch, and then 2 chains and a slip stitch in the same stitch. That is going to make the petals. So you're gonna continue making the same thing 4 more times because you're gonna have 5 petals. So let's do one more together. 2 chains, double crochet in the next stitch here. We're gonna make 3 more, in total of 4. So this is 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to finish this petal with 2 chains and a slip stitch right here in the same stitch. Okay, so continue making the same 3 more to finish the flower. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. What I'm going to do is leave this to attach it to the head, and then with this too I'm going to just make a couple of knots to secure it. This part's going to be attached completely to the head like this.
The flowers are ready. I recommend you to leave a longer tail like the yellow one. These two are too short.
So now I'm going to share with you how to make the wing. This wing is the most complicated part, I believe.
I already made one, so I'm going to show you how to make it. With these 3 tips, if you follow along, it's gonna be easier than just reading the instructions. So hang out with me. It's not gonna be hard, I promise. I will show you step by step.
So the way to start is by making a magic ring or chain 2 and then 5 single crochet in the second chain from the hook. But this is my preferred method to start. With the magic ring, wrapping my yarn this way, putting the hook underneath this one on top of the other one, and then pull it through, letting go of the circle but not too much, and don't close it completely, just leave it like this because we're going to work inside the ring. Make a chain to secure the ring, and it says to make 5 single crochet inside the ring. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna close it completely, and we are going to move the tail out of the way. We're going to close this round right here at the beginning of the round with a slip stitch. After that, we are going to make a chain, and it says to make 2 single crochet in each stitch around. So we're gonna make the first single crochet here. We're going to put a stitch marker to know where we started our round, and then we're going to continue making the round 2 in the same stitch, making increases all the way. So we're gonna make 10. 2 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, so now we're going to join, always joining with the slip stitch on the first single crochet we made. So right here we're going to join, and then for round 3 it says to chain 1 single crochet in the next stitch and increase 5 times, total of 15. So chain 1 single crochet, and we're gonna make single crochet and then an increase. So that's the first single crochet. Now we're gonna make an increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and we're gonna repeat this single crochet 5 times. Okay, and then an increase and an increase. You should end with 15 stitches. Okay, so for this one we're gonna join here, we're gonna chain 1, we're gonna make a single crochet here in the same stitch we joined to start round 4, and in round 4 it says to make a chain, which we already did, single crochet in the next 2 stitches and an increase 5 times. It should be 20. Okay, so we already did 1 single crochet here for round 4, 2, and then an increase, 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and we're gonna repeat this 2 single crochet and an increase 5 times, and I should have 20 at the end of here. So I meet you at the end of round 4 with 20 stitches. I'm here at the end of round 4 with 20 single crochet, 20 stitches at the end. We're going to join with a slip stitch. We're going to chain 1. We're going to make a single crochet here in the same stitch we joined to start round 5. And for round 5, 6, 7, and 8, it's going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch around, total of 20 for each round. So we're gonna continue making this round. That was the first stitch, first single crochet. We're gonna make 20 all together for this round. So just make single crochet in each stitch around, and I'll meet you at the end of round 8. Okay, so I completed those 4 rounds with 20 single crochet all around. This is my 8th round already. Again, if you don't use this stitch marker and you don't keep tally, you can always count from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to remove the stitch marker and join this round. And again, something to point out is that if you decide on where to put your stitch to join, just look at the stitches. Don't get confused with this one here, which is the slip stitch, or this one that is the chain. You can tell that this one is going horizontal like that, and then this one's going vertical, is the chain. What you want to grab is this one here, which is this first single crochet for the round, and that's where you're going to join. So you grab it and pull it through like that to make the slip stitch. This is the tail from the magic ring. I suggest you to tie it, and if you want, you can weave in these ends or just cut it. I'm going to weave it in, and what this is going to do is to secure it so the magic circle doesn't open. Okay, so let's make round 9. For round 9, it says to chain 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches and then increase 5 times. Now I should have 25 stitches at the end. So let's make a chain, put a stitch here, a single crochet in the same space we joined, and we're gonna make 2 more because it's 3. and then an increase. So that was 1, 2, 3, and now here in the next we're gonna make 2 single crochet to make an increase. Now we're gonna make another set of 3 single crochet. That's 2, 3, and then in the next one an increase. We're gonna repeat this 5 times all around until we meet here, and you should have 25 stitches for round 9. Okay, I'm at the end of round 9. I'm going to join to close this round with a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to put here in the same stitch I joined a single crochet. For round 10 it says to make single crochet all around, and I should end up with 25 single crochets. So that was the first one. I'm going to continue making single crochet all around until I finished round 10 with 25 stitches. So I'll meet you at the end of round 10 to start working on the tips of the feather. I'm here at the end of round 10. I'm going to join with a slip stitch here on the top of this round. Okay, it says to start with the first feather, chain 1, and it says to make a single crochet in the next 6 stitches. So I'm going to start here. That's the first one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. For the first tip, 11, 12, and 13. For the second one, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And for the last one, the third one, 11, 12, and 13. So they repeat rounds because you'll see it's not like we're going to go around like we've been doing. It's going to go around in sections. Going to be the first tip is going to be this one. It's kind of like this, right? It's going to be the first tip is going to be this one. And then the second tip is going to be in the middle, and then the third tip is going to be here. So they are going to start calling it rounds by tips. So this is round 11 for this tip. Round 12 is going to be, for the second tip is going to be again 11, 12, 13, and 14 if I'm not mistaken, and then so forth. So I am going to follow the instructions. It says to make 6 single crochet for this tip. The first one we already did. So let's finish round 11. We did this part already, 6 stitches, and then it says to join to beginning of the single crochet of round 11. So it's this one. So what we're gonna do, you see we did this, so we're going to join right here. Right here. So we're going to, this is the beginning. So we're going to come here, kind of like force it, stretch it to this side, which is going to be a slip stitch. This is very confusing, but bear with me. So what you did is you came here and joined with the first one, okay, to make this tip. Okay, so that is the beginning, that's the end of round 11 for the first tip. For round 12, it says to chain 1, and it says to make 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So in the next stitch here, we're going to make 2 single crochet. Okay, so we're gonna make 2 in the same. It says to make 2 single crochet in the next stitch. So we're gonna make another one, And then in the next stitch it says to make a decrease, so we're gonna yarn over like this, gonna make a decrease. That's the decrease. And then it says to make 2 in the last one, so right here in the last one we're gonna make 2 single crochet. You should end with 5 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to join these rounds, of course, right? Because we're working in rounds. So we're gonna join here in the first. We're gonna come here and make a slip stitch to join. That is round 12 for the first tip. Now it says to make a chain, and then after the chain it says to make a decrease. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna make a decrease. You're making it narrow with the decrease. And then it says to make a single crochet in the next 3 stitches and then join. So I'm gonna come here and make 1, 2, and in the last one 3, and then join here in the first stitch we made and make a slip stitch. Oops. Okay, so that's the slip stitch. We make the first stitch for the fifth. Okay, so I'm going to just cut it to weave it in. It says to fasten up. Okay, so now we are done with the first tip. We're gonna make the second tip, and as I was mentioning before, they ask you to fasten it off, so we're going to continue adding the same color yarn, of course, in the next stitch right here to make the second tip. Okay, so now we're going to attach the yarn here. It says to join with this same yarn in the next single crochet. Okay, so we're gonna do that. If you do this little by little and not rush the process, you'll be fine. Okay, so bear with me. You're gonna attach the yarn. It says to make a chain, and then it says single crochet in the next 6 stitches. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to come here and we're going to make 1 single crochet in the same stitch we join, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so now it says to skip next 8 stitches and then single crochet in the last 5 stitches and then join. Okay, so if you count from here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we're gonna come here, and what you're doing is you're closing this middle part, and you're going to make a single crochet here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're gonna join here in the first single crochet you made for round 11 of the second tip. Oops, trying to make it tight, but sometimes that doesn't help because I need to leave some room for the yarn to flow. Okay, so I'm gonna just join. Make sure you have 11 stitches for this first part of round 11, and then we're gonna continue making these rounds for the second feather tip. As you can see, this is how it's going to be. Basically what we're gonna be doing is working in the rounds. We made already round 11 with 11 stitches, and then now we're gonna do round 12 for the second feather tip. Before I do that, I'm going to weave in this end because I don't want it to be in the way and also confusing for you to see this floating. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here and make a couple of stitches to hide the yarn, and then cut it short here so I can get rid of it. Oops. Okay, let's continue with round 12 for the second feather tip. So now it says to chain 1 and then make a decrease and then single crochet in the 4 stitches. So I'm going to make a chain. I'm going to make a decrease, four single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to make a decrease, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches and join. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and join. For this round you should have 9 stitches. Okay, make sure you count your stitches. Now for the next round, round 13, it says to chain 1 and to make a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So we're gonna make 2 single crochet. So I'm gonna make a decrease, and I'm gonna repeat this again because it says here in brackets single crochet in the next 2 stitches and a decrease 2 times. So I did 1. I'm gonna have to do the second one now. 2 single crochet, that's 1, 2, and then it says to make a decrease. Let's do the decrease. Oops. And then it says to make a single crochet in the last stitch. And you should end up with 7 stitches. Okay, make sure you count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I'm going to join. Okay, right here in the first one with a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 1, and for the last round of the second feather tip, it says to make a decrease, a single crochet in the 5 stitches, and then join. So I'm going to make a decrease, okay, 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then join. So I'm going to join right here in the top. Always on the top, don't grab the chain or the slip stitch. Okay, so that's it. I finished. So I'm going to just fasten up And I'm going to do the same thing with this tail. I'm going to weave it in. And what I'm going to do is close this opening so it doesn't look open like that. I think it's better. Doesn't say to do it, but I think it's better if you close it. So you have to leave a fairly long tail to do it. So I'm gonna go from one stitch across to each other like this. Just that, I mean, I'd rather close it. So I'm gonna just do that, and then I'm going to come here and go on the other side and cut it. That way you weave in the end and you cut it and hide it. Okay, so that's how it's starting to look. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the last tip, the last feather tip. For the last feather tip, it says to join again in the next single crochet, chain 1, single crochet in the next 8 stitches, and then join. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna join here in the next stitch. And we're gonna make a chain, and then now we're gonna make 8 single crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're going to join here in the first single crochet we made for this round with a slip stitch. Okay, so now it says to chain 1. For round 12, for the third feather tip, it says to make single crochet in the next 3 stitches and at a decrease. So we're gonna make a single crochet in the next 3 stitches. That was 1, 2, 3, and it says to make a decrease. So you're gonna grab the next stitch here and the next one and make a decrease, and then it says to make single crochet in the next 3 stitches and join. So we're gonna make 3 more single crochet here, 1, 2, 3, and join right here. Okay, and then it says to do round 13, chain 1, single crochet in the next 2 stitches and a decrease, and then single crochet in the next 3. So we're gonna make 2 single crochet, and then it says to make a decrease, and then 2 single crochet in the next stitches. That's 1, 2. Should be 6 stitches for this round. I'm going to join here with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to cut the yarn and fasten up.
Now I'm going to weave in the tail, and I'm going to close the opening as I did in the previous one. And that's it.
Okay, something that I didn't do yet is to put a little bit of polyfiber in the peak. I did already on the legs. It says to stuff them lightly. I feel like for the legs, you should put them kind of firm because that's going to be the base and you want your flamingo to stand. So I put enough to fill it for the legs, but this, it says to lightly add some polyfiber.
I like to use the round tip of the crochet hook to help me put all the polyfiber inside. Time to assemble everything. Using the yarn needle, I'm going to just read the instructions and see where they want us to place everything. Before I attach the legs, I like to close the opening by just weaving in the tail this way, stitch by stitch, and pulling the yarn tight to close the opening. I always like to look at the image constantly to see if I'm doing it right, if I'm placing everything in the way it should look. Time to attach the wings.
Okay, so I already attached the one of the wings. I'm gonna do the other one. And what it says here in the instructions is that you attach it between rounds 24 and 27.
I'm going to place this down where it's all the joinings of the rounds so I can hide it just this way and stitch it together, trying to make it even as much as possible so they both look the same. Once I secure it in place, I like to do my stitches in a way that I hide them. For the beak, it says to place it in between round 10 and 12. Once you put the first stitch, try to be very precise and center it between the eyes. Just go around stitch by stitch, grabbing the head and then the beak together so you can make sure that it's secure and center. Looking good. All it needs is the flowers. Before cutting the yarn short, I made sure that I made a couple of knots to secure it. And she's balancing a little bit, but it's okay. I love her. Thank you for watching. Until next time, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And if you make this flamingo, please tag me on my Instagram, Uri Design Studio. I would love to see pictures of your projects. Until next time, goodbye.